Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the longest running daily variety show.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and help
To
my
ease my mind, help my living. It's day 1798 in a row. We're just 2 days away from 1800 days in a row. That is pretty crazy. So tomorrow we say goodbye to the 1700s, so join me here as we make our way into 1800 days in a row. We move towards 1900 and eventually 2000 days in a row. The bigger one is December 31st of this year. I'll be live 5 years in a row every single day. That is the most ridiculous task in the history of time. If you guys are on TikTok, head over to YouTube, at least to subscribe to the channel. Longest running daily variety and positivity show on the planet. We get together every day and we try to live in the moment and get away from this negativity that is constant in the world we live in. You can't change that world, but what we can do is take control of an hour of our day in order to break away and be a part of some live creation. I create songs live in the moment. I'm the inventor of the only drum in the world for guitar players. If you play guitar and you don't have my invention yet, gosh almighty, I'm glad you at least found the stream, and now you can see the instrument you need. It changes music forever. I've put out 209 songs because of this drum. It's the only drum in the world. You could sit on it and play it and kick it. It sounds like a drum kit. It's ridiculous. If you don't have a guitar, it's the only drum in the world. You could sit completely upright, comfortably, and play with your hands and feet at the same time. It sounds like a drum kit. You hear that? That's a kick drum, guys. That's not a cajon. This is a cajon on steroids. Bobby Chizzy in the house. I got S. Coop over here. Virginia. I see Wolf. We got Trish Killian here. Bradley Spath. And over here on TikTok, let's see, we got some fam and friends kicking it. I see Summertime, user 957. Anita Garza's here with me. Michael Machado, how are you, my friend? And of course, we got MMHY, Rhonda Michelle, JH Olivia. Olivia just joined. Invite to join live. I'd love to join your live, Olivia, but I'm live on YouTube right now and on 5-6 other platforms, so I can't, unfortunately, just do this on TikTok. I would love to. It's interesting. I tried to use the TikTok studio. It's terrible. The TikTok studio's terrible. Everything sounds tinny and delayed. When I'm playing music, it slows down. It's the worst. You know, it's like you think you'd create a bridge to allow people to perform, take OBS directly into TikTok and rock it out. But I happened to listen to myself live, like on a replay. I just went back to one of the clips and I pushed play. And it's like it slowed me down. And then it's like I'm out of key because of it. It's the worst thing I ever heard in my life. So I've never gone live again with TikTok Studio. It's terrible. So I have to put my camera here in the studio. Soccer Mom's with me. Andrew King, Ozark Mike, guys, Gary, and Miles to Beach. Don't go anywhere. We got a woohoo coming from Matt Zabrowski before we get into the Jamboree. Zabrosk! Woohoo! Zabrosk, you jumped it today. You know? I'm here. I point. Then you woohoo. You're going to woohoo before I point? You know, it's times like this, guys, you wonder, why do you bring a Matt Zabrowski in if he's gonna do that? You know, it's on him, really. He should have done better. So we are here with the BeatSeat, the only drum in the world for guitar players. We're about to rock on it. So let's play something. How's everybody doing out there? We're going to rock on something. I live loop and create songs in the moment. I don't know what we're going to do right now. So if you have a couple topics, if you have a couple words, I will sing whatever you put on the screen. People on YouTube already know this, but on TikTok, Curtis, Lisa, Robert, Suzanne. Join us on YouTube. But if you can't, at least give me some words and a topic so I can rock you a song. If you guys know who Harry Mack is, I basically do the same thing but with blues and rock. I can write songs live in the moment about any topic. Anything you put on the screen, I can write a full song about live in the moment. It should be pretty powerful. If you can do me a favor and at least, see if you can challenge me a little. Give me 3 words. Give me a topic. Give me something to work with here, okay? Swipe left to close. There we go. All right, let's see if anybody has a couple words. Caramel macchiato. Bradley Smith wants a song about caramel macchiato. Caramel macchiato from Starbucks. I take a trip down to Starbucks. Trying to find what I'm feeling like. No more, Wolf! Last time she said, she told me to write a song about Trump train jive, and I wrote the sickest song in the world for Donald Trump. It's for he should be playing it at every rally. It's across the country, and he hasn't. There's only been 200 and something views on this ridiculous song. And then I made my first music video ever actually is this. I don't even call it my first because it's a throwaway, but it's so good. It's the Trump Train Jive on YouTube. You can go check it out on Mark Pires, Mark Inspires channel. And it's Donald Trump dancing to the song I created for him. Literally dancing. Edward, how are you? Desiree. I got James Franchik here. Guys, no more Trumpalicious. We can't do more stuff with politics anymore. No more. You want me to write a song about Sleeps Up with Joe and his poopy pants? Triple Diaper Joe? You got Triple Diaper Joe, yeah, he pooping in a diaper, don't you know? Yeah. Some people call him Sleeps Over Joe. Sleepy poopy pants. We can't do that one over there. All right, let me get a couple words, guys, or a topic besides anything to do with the politician. Quadruple sign up. Gerald, Jamco, James Franchek. Can someone please throw a couple words on the screen for me? Give me a topic. Let me write you a song. That's all I'm asking. There's a couple words on the screen. That's a triple diaper. Yep. Guys, if you're on TikTok and you want to join the fam on YouTube, much appreciated. Been here for almost 5 years in a row every day. You didn't know about it because I write songs like Trump Train Jive, and I did the Trump Show, which was a comedy, and they killed comedy in 2019, unfortunately. Sometimes when you say funny things, but it's true, we don't like you. Nobody has any freaking words for me to write a song about? I gotta say, that is baffling to me. It's anybody watching, they can't just type a couple words. Hey, write me a song about orange juice, chocolate candy, and Skittles. I don't know. Anything would be better than nothing on the screen at all. People just, I wonder what he's going to write a song about. I'm asking you to tell me what to write the song about. All right. Bills and more bills. That I actually can rock out about. That's Scoop. Here we go.
wants me. Find a job wherever I be. This world is getting crazy. You got bill after bill after bill. I don't know how anybody get by. Yeah, you can't even put a dime aside. Too many bills to pay. Oh yeah, it's only Tuesday. Yeah, I can't figure out how to get to the weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a long spin. Yeah, got a couple pennies in my pocket. I got bills and bills to pay. We got bills to pay. So many bills to pay. We go, got that pit in my stomach. Before I go out the door, don't know how I'm gonna get through another day, but I'm gonna do. Keep my chin up, yeah, I'm gonna push out a smile, yeah. Bills to pay. Bills to pay. I got bills to pay. Oh, too many bills to pay. Yeah, 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 yeah. I just open up envelope after envelope, and then they roll. They want something from me, I ain't got no. I'm gonna throw them in the garbage store. Without too many bills to pay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too many bills to pay. Oh, too many bills to pay. Bills to pay, yeah, every day. Don't know what I'm gonna do, yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah, if I can get to the weekend, don't can't get no milk for the dog. I can't even eat, no. I gotta pay that bill, oh. I ain't got no electricity, so I'm going without food tonight. Yeah. Bills to pay. Bills to pay. Yeah. Yeah.
Getting all this stuff. It's got Austin Powers vibe. Bam, bam, boom. Getting that freaking hit back. This is a synthesizer. Stop it with that modulation shit. Sorry, it's just pissing me off. Modulation shit. Boom, boom, boom. Freaking stupid bass crap coming through, right? Modulation's so annoying. Oh, Doc, thank you, my friend. You rock, brother. BeatSeat. Peeling on it. It is a beautiful wood pick. Building out. If you guys haven't seen, this is what I'm up to right now on wood picks. Building wood picks now. And dropped a wood pick to Joanne. I dropped 2 wood picks, Joanne. 2 wood picks. The phone is ringing, so I do have to take the call, because that's an important one. But I'm going to put something on for you guys. TikTok, I'm sorry, I got to go. Tamara, please head over to YouTube, Mark Inspires. Join us over there. That's where the fam is. I'll be right back. I'm going to play you just because we need to hear it again. This is last night's newest song that no one's ever heard, but it's pretty cool.
Say love, you say it clear. We got to learn to live with no fear. Walking through our days, down got something to do. Life's hard, life's hard. Well, no, it's easy anyway. Let's go for a ride, yeah. Take a long ride all night, yeah. Before you stop, before you stop yourself from breaking through the wall, put on your shoulder pads, yeah, put on your helmet, 'cause you're about to go through it, yes. It may dull the pain a bit, but you still feel like you're going through cement. Oh, it's 'cause you are. Life is hard, wear a helmet. Oh. Life's hard, wear a helmet. Life's hard, life's hard, wear a helmet. Life's hard, wear a helmet. Yeah, no, it's easy anyway. Life's hard, wear a helmet. Life's hard, get a helmet. Oh, don't you know? Life's hard, wear a helmet. Life's hard. You may wanna get a helmet, my friend. No one said it'd be easy. But we all just take it easy. Life's hard, life's hard. Life's hard. Well, yeah, oh.
goodness, I got a lot of edits to do when it comes to that track, but it's a vibe. There's a vibe there for sure. I legit don't wake up for fires, sirens, nothing. LOL. My husband's gonna be pissed if I wake up. Where A plays? What time zone are you? How far are you off of the 9 a.m.? I am trying to figure out still what the perfect time is to premiere something on a Monday. I used to do 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I just thought if I get it on early enough in the day, then that means it's enough of the day for people to see it and like maybe watch it. But the later in the day I do it, then people are seeing other stuff. And so I'm like, I think if I put it on early, whoever can make the premiere, that's great, but at least it's there. And then anybody who gets on tomorrow when they wake up, if they see it show up on their feed, and if not, hopefully they show up and look on my page. If you don't get notifications, there's a good chance you haven't turned all notifications on for my channel. So please check and see next to my name if you've done so. And that helps the channel too. Little things I've learned are helping the channel. The more you interact, if you leave comments on the channel, then they'll tell you about my channel. If you communicate with me and we're having back and forths, which many of us do, then most likely you're going to get notifications about this channel because they think you like the channel. Even if you're connecting with me and you're a troll and you don't like me, there's a good chance if you do it enough, they're going to start sending you more of me because they think you like watching me. So if you do like watching me, interact, and the algorithm should work where then they start showing you more of the 3,600 plus pieces of content I have put out. I don't know because we have never been treated that way, but I do think we haven't really had tons of interaction the entire run here, like just a couple sole people constantly. Bradley Smith every day after the show, it's religious. I finish the show and I'm like shutting down and I see you have a YouTube comment on tonight's show. It's Bradley Smith every night. God loves you, Bradley Smith, because that's like that is how you help a channel. Is doing what Bradley does. And like Scoop, like leaving information. I do hope if you are a mod on the channel, please do your part to mod. You know, when you see new people pop in, say hello to them. Don't leave it all on Scoop to do that. If you have a wrench, use it and do it. Like, don't just hang out in the chat. I need you to be like a warrior to get more people here and to let people know what we do here. Someone comes in and they hear me talking like this. They're like, oh, this guy just rants all the time. No, I write songs all the time. I rant sometimes. I write songs all the time. That's what I do. I create comedy a lot, and I try to just always be here and be present. That's what this show is, and that means live creation, essentially. But I do need the people who are in the chat to remind those who are new, hey, stick around for a little while, because this show it morphs from one thing to another like that, sometimes in the middle of it. And here's a good example. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., my next piece of content is premiering, and it's about the 1775 Bible. It was a stream from last week, but I edited it down. It's really nice, and it's powerful stuff because I do have a couple of questions about the Bible so far. We're reading this entire Bible, and I personally have a feeling like certain books, no matter what, they make you fall asleep. Like, okay, here's a story about creation. It's a story about God. But it's still boring. The writers of this, I mean, it's God's word. But there's people who, like the humans who would put it there. That wasn't Shakespeare. You know what I mean? And so when you're reading this, if you're just going to be like, and then on the 6th day, it's like, no one wants to hear that. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. But I like it being interesting. I like putting my own personal spin on it, reading it as I would if it was a script, and just going at it. And just like live improvisation comedy, live improvisation music, reading the Bible is live improvisation for me because I've never read it before and I don't even know how to read Old English. So sometimes I'm like flying and it's, I mean, not terrible. And I'm switching every line. There's F's that have to be switched to S's. And as I'm getting closer to them, I'm like, what the is that word? Oh, it suffers. You know what I mean? But fuffers and like, and every word that you're used to seeing with the normal letter at the front of it is switched and has an F. And it's like, well, what is that word? And you have to quickly determine. Sometimes I'm wrong, you know, but the point is, this is a really, really interesting experience for me because I've never done it before. But just because I've never read the Old Testament before, it doesn't mean that I can't ask questions. I can't ask silly questions. Some people may think they're silly questions. You may be well versed in the book of Genesis. You may be well versed in the Old Testament. But the one thing I would say about God, about Jesus, about Yahushua, I've been saying his name wrong, Yahushua. But the thing about them is judging people and saying, you're not allowed to read my word because you didn't get it right. Like, the whole point is, if this book was written, it was for everybody to read and make their own determination of what these words mean. And they're cryptic. So you have to use some creativity when you're reading. But when there's straight up misses or crazy, crazy questions, like you're the first on, I'm not going to give it away. Tomorrow you have to join for 9 a.m. to see this. It's crazy though, because what happened is this. You go from this powerful rant about truth and reality and what we've been told to how ridiculous it is that we believe something like X, Y, or Z, and it becomes a powerful piece of comedy. And this is what I want to make sure people understand. Yes, thank you. You guys, if you ever want to email me, thank you. Scoop just put my actual email address in there. If you ever want to say hello or send a request, or if you ever want to order a song, some people order a song from me to create a personal song. You could do all that by emailing me. But it became a powerful piece of comedy. And as I was watching it, I was thinking to myself, man, some people are going to get offended because there's comedy involved with the Bible. And it's like, oh, the first thing I think of is people are like, that's blasphemy. And I've always maintained that the one thing that the churches and all religions got wrong is they didn't incorporate comedy. Like that's a huge miss. The comedy brings us together. And there's comedy that could be made that there's nothing offensive about poking holes in an ancient document and making comedy out of it. I am 100% certain that Jesus was hilarious. Yahushua was hilarious when he wanted to be. When he wanted to be, he was the funniest guy in the room. He was also the most passionate and the most precise with his language and with his feeling. So, but he was absolutely hilarious. Because God is funny. Created everybody. He created every funny person you know was created by God. So, God's not funny. He's a serious. God is everything. He's funny. He's vengeful when he wants to be, but he's everything. Or it is everything. Whatever the heck it is. I don't even understand it. Plurals. I had a whole bit about that in one of the in one of the pieces about the Bible. I said try having another Bible to check the proper meaning for the word. Simon. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, so it's crazy, and I'm so upset about this, but I almost had a second Bible from the 1700s a month ago, and I just didn't get to it in time, and somebody else bought it before me, and I'm so upset because I was like, I talked to the lady and everything. I was like, I'm coming up. I'll get it from you. I just can't get there till Monday. I'm a real estate agent. I couldn't just run up there. And she's like, oh, everybody's calling. She's like, I'm getting overwhelmed now. I can't wait. And I was like, no, I'm coming up. But don't hold it. I'm buying it from you. And somebody took it. She's like, it just went. I looked on the thing. It was like sold. And I'm like, I wish I could have just gone up there that day. It was, guys, I have a 1775. This was a 1769 that she had. And man, I wish I'd gotten that. I would have had a 1769 next to the 1775 and see if there's any differences in those two. Because then I learned one of the awesome people that joined the show since finding out about my Bible mentioned that the first revision after the 1609 or whatever was the 1769. So that one that she had, which was a family Bible, was the first revision. Mine's the second. The 1775 is the second revision. So it's still pretty cool. It's amazing. It's not amazing, but I almost had a second. I almost had a second, guys. Oh, goodness. But I do think it's interesting that, I want to find something else. I was thinking, I don't think it's in the Apocryphas in here. I'm pretty sure it's not in here because I've heard that King James had them all taken out after 1769 or 1609. So it may and most likely is not in here, but I see it in the front couple pages. It says the books of the Apocrypha, and it tells you what they are and the chapters. So I feel like, I don't know, I just can't read the Roman numerals on here. You know, I have heard some great comedians that risk doing religious comedy. Yeah, I mean, like I said, for me, this is not even like religion. Oh, it is religious comedy. You're right. I mean, like to joke about, the people from the origin story, you know, is like some people will be offended by that. And like I said, to me, I'm a guy who's sitting here reading a document, and I'm not doing it to offend anybody. And I'm not some guy who's like a non-believer who's here just ripping apart people for being religious. You know, I'm a guy who sits out every day. I walk around with this thing. You know what I mean? Like I have faith that the words in this book are just written by men. Doesn't mean that the story's not real. You know? And other people say it's the word of God. I'm like, God didn't write like that. It's terrible writing. Terrible. Oh goodness. You know, like I'm reading some of it, I'm like, it wasn't like wordsmiths, you know what I mean? And look, they weren't like educated fully. I mean, there was like, nobody knew how to write or read. You know, this is just people walking around doing commerce, bartering to get things. It was a different time in history. But there's some powerful insights that came along with the comedy yesterday. And that's why, or in this bit you're going to see tomorrow. And that's why I want you to see this, because I had this philosophy when I was younger, before I started the show, that a perfect movie, perfect show, whatever, should have every emotion. It should have every emotion in it. It should have the romance. It should have comedy. It should have sadness and loss. It should have the champion, the hero, and it should have music. It should have everything that you feel: the downs, the ups, the middles, everything. And my connection was that that's what Shakespeare did. In every one of Shakespeare's plays, he connected to every single emotion. Hamlet loses his father. You know, everybody, there's all these different variables within the story, but they all have to do with checking off the boxes. And which character here is going to play misery? Which character here is going to play vengefulness, you know, and he's just laying out the complete kaleidoscope of emotions. So when you're in there, you're just getting hit with things left and right. And when you're done, you're like, holy freaking cow, that was powerful. And there's no romance, you know, when I put out a piece of content like this, but it does hit on extremely powerful, extremely intuitive and insightful, as far as these questions have probably been asked a million times. But the way I pose one of the questions specifically, or actually two of the questions, you have to just think about it from that perspective, the way I lay it out, and then ask yourself a few of the follow-up questions I ask. And the bigger one is when I touch on the reality of the moment that we live in and who controls it or how it's controlled. That to me is probably the most powerful part of the entire piece. But there's laughter. And there's straight up crazy, insane improvisation, visual comedy. That's the way I always, you know, I feel like I'm descriptive with my comedy so you can visualize the silly stuff that I'm joking about, like Joanne. I mean, we have a Joanne now because I think it was very descriptive in a way. The Wheeze, Joanne Soros, George Soros' daughter, Jabba the Hutt, basically. And then we get from Rich Killian, you know, and that's Joanne because I was descriptive. A Plays was Portia and Merchant, and I really embodied it. So I hear that. And A Plays, the only reason that I'm thinking it this way is because I played Romeo for a full year when I was in college. And when I played Romeo, I fell in love with the play. I fell in love with the character, and I fell in love with the entire production because I learned everybody's lines. It's a weird thing when you are on stage, and when you're not on stage, all you're doing is listening in to everybody else so you know you don't miss your cue to go back on stage, all that stuff. And within that, I remember I'd be in the back and I'd be acting out everybody else's parts and like mouthing their voices because they were like method actors, a lot of these people. So every day was the same. Because I'm like a celebrity impressionist or whatever, I would mimic, because I would know how they read it. After hearing it once or twice, I knew where all the pauses were, and I'd be in the back and I'd be like mouthing it and doing the scenes, joking around. And I remember at one point within the production, I was like, I know every single person's part. I could do any of their parts. It was crazy when I was like, wow, that's how much I delved into this part. And it's interesting, but after I finished that character, I never really wanted to do stage theater again because it's weird. It's like you put so much in and then it shuts off. And it's like, all right, guys, good luck on the next project. You're like, wait a second, but these people worked their tail off. We just did a year of grueling rehearsals in order to understand these characters and bring them to life. And then now we're just like, all right, see you later. And it's like a piece of me. We talked about this yesterday, but how you go through your life and little pieces of you die along the way until the final. And at that point, you say to yourself, I'm over it. I lost that dog. I lost my kitten. I had all these little cool. I had that house. I had the boat. I had the Ferrari. All those things, and you lose them all one by one, and pieces of you die off till you finally are gone at the end. And I think that that's kind of I don't know if you want to say that's a stark reality or whatever, but we don't think in those terms. We don't think in those terms that everything that we do could be the last time we do it. And go at it with gusto. So, 9 a.m. tomorrow. EST, guys. I'll be there in the chat. I mean, realistically, it's not like I could do it at 10. It doesn't have to be at 9. I just thought 9 would be better because then people can get in there early, and then hopefully just throughout the day it's popping into people's feeds when they wake up or pop into YouTube. I don't know. I really don't know when the best time to post is, but we're trying this. Mondays early and every Friday, and I haven't been able to keep this schedule. I didn't get one out on Friday, but I'd like to get a music video out each week. It's tough now. I'm realizing sourcing the content I need in order to find that visual in a video that captures what I said in the line. Sometimes I'm saying something that's pretty specific and I'm like, man, I wish I could find someone who's, waking up to look at the sun as it rises, but I'm realizing I may have to just film some of this and play the character. You know what I mean? Just film the scene and just whatever's going on, just act out that part. And just be like the solo guy. It's me anyway, and just get this thing done. Shoot some outside footage, whatever, B stock footage, and just get this thing, get these things out. So we'll see. I would say that tomorrow, guys, it's day 1799 in a row tomorrow. It's pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. I hope that you could join me because it's the last day of the 1700s. And then I very much hope you'll be here for day 1800 in a row. And that's going to be pretty cool. That's Tuesday night. Tuesday, day 1800 in a row. Wow. December 5th, right? 12/5/2023 will be my 1,800th day in a row live. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So if you are here, say goodnight now or forever hold your peace. Well, at least until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Gosh almighty, I can't believe this. goodness. But you know what? Call me nuts. I don't like to...
Oh, the first day that we signed up for
really?
Monday.com.
I don't like to be held inside of a box. You know, I don't want to be held in that box ever. I just want to get the frig out of that box and just do my own thing. Just be like, you know what? Let's get into something and see if we can put our own spin on it, our own signature. Bobby Chizzy, my brother. We've got Bradley Smith of the house. Deb Denny's here with me. I love it. Modoc, thank you so much for your donation tonight, my friend. You are amazing. Pamela Swan, S. Coop, We have Liberty and Freedom. And I'm going to say hi to A Plays again and anybody else that may have popped out while I was gone. Virginia, Jim, Leah Cohn in the house, my brother. Guys, make sure you're saying what's up to Jim. If you need solar, give him a call. You know, Bobby Chizzy. Guys, Yehoshua, there he is. Hold on a second, it was written in there. I missed it, and then I scrolled fast. That's only had it there. Anyway, I guess we'll figure it out. Tomorrow, Bradley, Virginia, A Plays, you guys rock. 9 a.m. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the chat. Maybe make sure I give you that link one more time. Remember, it's going to be freaking awesome. This is a really cool bit, guys. And if you can, leave a comment and share on it right now. Just head over to that link. Hit the like, hit the button to just be reminded tomorrow morning. And I'll be in the chat. I'll be in there with you guys. Hopefully we'll have a chance to appreciate these questions. But also, like I said, to start the day off with a laugh. There's a couple that made me like cry laughing. I was watching this back. I'm like, oh my goodness, that is a really crazy visual comedy idea right there. You know, so I hope to see you guys in the chat tomorrow. You rock. I appreciate you. Bobby, you are awesome, man. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you came over from Facebook. Facebook's just kind of a beater, you know? Zucker-chooched. Sometimes you get Zucker-chooched. Modoc, you rock, bud. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Tomorrow, I'll see you guys. Until then. Joanne, you want to say goodnight? Joanne! Stop the wheezing. Oh my goodness. I think we rocked a little tonight too, guys. And Joanne wheezed. See you tomorrow. 9 a.m. You got the link? I'll be there with you. Joanne will be wheezing. See you tomorrow.